And finally, let's talk for just one last minute about kind of naming your entities. And I know this is something that a lot of people get really hung up about, so I just wanted to give you a couple minutes of advice on coming up with names for your companies and brands. Here's the top 10 ways to get a name for your company. Just come up with a name, do it yourself, ask your friends, get wasted. A funny story, sometimes people get more creative when they actually have a few drinks. We have a company called Hippie Hollow Homes. If you're in Central Texas, it's kind of an inside joke, and you really get it's a funny name for a company, for a seller brand. And it's a very memorable name, and we came up with that name after having a few too many glasses of wine at dinner one night. Call a board meeting, right? Have a group of advisors give you a suggestion. Use a machine. There are a number of tools online that can help you come up with names for a company. Have a contest. Invite a bunch of your friends or social media friends to vote on different names or ideas, or nominate different names or ideas. Steal something. Sometimes the best names have already been invented by other people, maybe even in other industries, and you may be able to copy names or ideas or variations of names or ideas by looking at what other people have done. Ask a kindergartner. There is no scientific process for coming up with a really good name. And because of that, people have tried everything under the sun. Sometimes the best name in the world is just to ask a kindergartner who may not speak really perfectly and may have a different way of thinking and may come up with something absolutely ingenious. Always make sure you have an available URL. You always want your website to be the same name as your company and not a variation. So sometimes it's easier to actually check names by checking for the availability of the website first. Finally, you can actually hire a company to come up with a name. There are companies that do this professionally. I will say I've personally hired companies, especially in my corporate background, and we paid them a lot of money, and they came up with really crappy names. So they're clearly, even the professionals are not very good at coming up with names. Some top naming mistakes, number one,